What is equity and how do you use yours to get investment property? Hi, I'm Ross McFarlane, qualified mortgage broker, and the goal of today's video is to not only learn how you can unlock your equity for investing, but also how you use that equity to actually buy an investment property. Now, before we go any further, so you can have an immediate win by watching this video, I'm going to help you calculate your exact equity so you know how much you actually have to invest. Because there's no point in watching a video like this if you don't know if it's going to be applicable for you. So real quick first, if you've got a minute, what is equity? Well, it's basically the asset that you own minus any liabilities. So for example, the house that you live in minus the mortgage, that's your equity. But most banks won't let you use that amount. So there's a special calculation we use to reduce that figure, and that's what you've got to play with. So if you get the value of your property and then get out a calculator, put the value of the property in the calculator. So for example's sake, to make it just simple round numbers, let's say it's $1 million, put $1 million into the calculator and then times that by 0.8. And the reason we're doing 0.8 is because most banks will let you borrow up to 80% of your home's value to use for investing. So 80% of $1 million is 800,000. So we've got 800K just here. Now, whatever the figure is for you, because obviously your house is going to be different than this example here, get the figure that you have and then minus your mortgage from that. Once again, from simple terms, we're just going to use simple figures. We'll say $500,000 for the mortgage. So 800,000 minus 500,000 means we have $300,000 of available equity to invest with. This is our figure here. Now, with this figure, it's like, okay, well, that's all well and good. I now know how much available equity I have, but what's the next step? Well, basically, it's about structuring the loan correctly. Now, you will want to speak to your accountant about this, but just for simplicity's sake, here's what a standard investment loan structure looks like. So most of the time, we will get out 20% of the investment property value, and we'll borrow that from my house. Now, obviously, you can't go to a bank and take some bricks in and say, hey, give me some money. So we usually put up your home as collateral and then we borrow against it. So what we would typically do is take out 20% from your home for the property. Now, let's say you're looking at maybe a $750,000 investment property. It is not as simple as just paying $750K. You also have to factor in other fees like stamp duty. We also have lending and transfer fees as well. So for a $750,000 investment property, we're looking at around about a loan size of about $795,000. Now of that, we're basically going to take out 20% from here. So you're going to take out about $160,000 as your 20% deposit. So we're just going to say 20 here, 160, and then from there, we're then going to go to the bank, not necessarily your current bank, because some banks do investments better than others. So we're going to go to a bank and say, hey, I want to borrow 80% of the investment property price. So approximately, I want to borrow about $635,000. Now this is technically 100% plus stamp duty and all that sort of stuff. It's all factored in, but this is how the structure is going to look. Now, it's all well and good that you've got available equity. You need to make sure that your income also supports this figure, because technically, you're borrowing 100% of the investment property price. And using this example, if you also have a $500,000 mortgage, well, then your mortgage has basically just tripled. So it needs to be factored in, make sure you can afford it. But this is the standard structure of an investment property. Now, from here, the question then becomes, well, it's all well and good. Okay, I now know what to do, but how do I do it? So this is very, very important. You can go out and do it on your own, and that's fine. But if you're looking at $1 million decision, I would much more recommend that you go speak to a professional, whether it's a professional like myself, if you have a broker, if you have an accountant, please speak to someone to understand this in more detail and how it best suits you. Because if you go to your local bank, as I said before, not every bank does investments property the same. Some do it better than others. So it is important to know which banks do it better. Now, if you don't actually know what your home is worth and you would like a valuation completed on your home for free, please send me a DM or comment on this video and we can have a chat and I can organize that for you. Now, a valuation done by a bank which I can get you for free, by the way, is not the same as a real estate appraisal. We all see in the letterboxes those little postcards. An appraisal is not the same as a valuation. So this actually involves a few extra steps. It's a lot more concrete, and it is something that banks are willing to lend against. So if you would like to know how much your home is worth and you would like a free valuation done, please send me a message or comment on this video and we can have a bit more of a chat. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ross McFarlane and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.